Okay, we're going to do a quick impromptu session. I apologize for not representing. I'm still in my business casual, my employment garb, I guess you could call it. This is what I normally wear to work. I guess I could represent with this guy right here. I just put that on my shirt. He'll fit in my pocket right there. You can't see it. Atkins Rotary, just having the sticker makes your car go faster. But yes, apologies. That thing up there has been throwing us fits. We took it apart. Everything was fine other than the fact she was blowing oil everywhere. And then we found this. If you could see that, yeah. Something went through the engine, just damaged the one journal, but it's going to survive. Rings, home job, ready to roll. But while Chip was here, my wonderful friends Chip and Tammy, a friend of theirs needed their car looked at. Is it here? Yes. So Chip changed the headlight. It really didn't change anything. She bought a headlight and there was an impact on the front. So I kind of unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it started working. I don't know. But the headlight she had the like a power supply on it. It was $150 for this freaking headlight for this Chrysler. I've seen Vic have to deal with that too, but this particular car did not have that style in it. Fortunately, it had the less expensive style. So she had a brand new one in her car. She was able to take the expensive one back, and we got her original light up and running. So everything's good. And then, of course, her adopted son, whatever, brought this pickup by, and it has an oil leak. Will you take a look to see what the oil leak is? I think it was just a loose filter, oil filter. Everything checked out pretty good. Then I popped the air filter off because I felt guilty. I'll show you in a second why. But the air filter had never been replaced. It was unbelievable. You couldn't imagine an air filter this dirty. It was a Ford. It was one of the big round cone style, and it was packed full of oil, sludge, moths, whatever. So I was like, if you bring me a new one, I'll put it in. And her adopted son's like, oh, I can put that in. No problem. Okay, just go get a new one today, please. So let me show you what she brought me for all this work that I did. These girls show up. And, of course, I'm not one to really take money, but apparently they made a stop at the store. And this is what they brought me. 2 handles. Okay, to my friends that bring stuff to work on, I don't drink that damn much. That's a lot to drink. I'm going to have to, I don't know what, maybe give some of it away. That's crazy. I have a crazy amount of Jim Beam floating around this place. Because Sherry will buy some for a camping trip. Eric will buy some for a camping trip. And I honestly think I took some down last time Eric and I went camping. So we all bought a half a gallon. So I've got like 5 half gallons of booze floating around the place. And it's too much. It'll last me probably 3 years. Maybe. We'll see. Too many camping trips, it may go fast. But today is an impromptu challenge for the taste testing. So we'll get set up. It's going to have to be the last one. No Little Debbie's this time. Glazed donut. I'm not scared. So this is going to be a rush deal, though. We got a lot going on. Slide that in. Okay. Do we want to do that last? That's probably going to be the best. So let's save that for last. We'll start on the other end of the spectrum. So here's this. I don't have that many shot glasses. So we'll do that. Okay, ready? This is going to be fun. Here we go. Oh, I did it in the wrong order. Damn it. I don't have my board set up. So Don't be expecting anything fancy. That was okay. That was pretty good. It's better than it was last time. That's the Baileys. I'm going to set them over here because I got to take them back upstairs and wash them before I eat dinner tonight. Dad was by here earlier to plastic age this journal. And he opens up the fridge and he grabs this thing. He was here last week, took a swig of that. He's like, oh, that's good. Again, not a dairy guy, but boy, he really likes it. He likes milk. So he came by this evening. We plastic aged the journal. He walks straight over to the fridge, opens the fridge door, and takes a snort of that, which isn't really, 12% or something, but still, oh yeah, that's good. I was like, drink the rest of it. So yeah, that's all I've got left out of that bottle. He likes it. I'm going to have to get him some rum chata. Let's do it in the correct order this time. Not bad. The Bailey's was better than the rum chata with the donut. Okay, rum chata's done. I got to throw that bottle away. It's gone. Next, the Captain. Shot. I'm not mixing it. Don't have time. I'm kind of happy because I didn't have to go buy in. I lied. Stop right there. I did go buy another little 3-bottle thing of Bailey's for this week's surprise. We'll see how it turns out. I'm getting frustrated because of all this COVID shit and arrows in the aisles. Okay, I'll follow your arrows, and I'm just kind of nice and easy. And this lady, she had to probably been 75, 80, I don't know. She had her mask on and all that, and I'm going to wait on her because I was in this one aisle and wanted to look for something I'll tell you later. We'll circle back to that in a couple of days when I do my little mixer. But she was buying cereal, and I'm telling you, she bought at least 3 boxes of cereal, maybe 4. And then she looked back and recognized that I'd been standing there for 5 minutes waiting on her to move her ass on down the aisle. And I was getting frustrated. Maybe my blood pressure's high. Maybe it was a cheeseburger I had for lunch. I don't know. But I was getting really, in my head, very stressed out. Of course, I'm too humble to say anything about it. I'm just going to mind my own business and ignore the fact that she's dragging her ass. So she got her 15 boxes of fucking cereal and moves on down the aisle. So I was able to finally get what I needed. But I think she looked back there and realized, hey, this guy's, and then she took off like 100 miles an hour. I was like, I just need to get this shit right here. Can everybody just move on down the way? I mean, I don't have a cart, but when I do, I drag the son of a bitch off to the side of the aisle. I don't sit in the middle of the aisle with my cart standing in everybody's way, especially when, you're doing the social distancing thing. I didn't want to get around her. I have to act like I'm sick. Just in case, I mean, it's kind of bullshit that the whole thing's going on. I honestly think I'm not a statistician professionally, but I'm good with numbers, and I ran the numbers, and, I'm not going to get into that. Let's just have a donut and some whiskey and forget the whole fucking thing. Goodness. Okay. Aside from the fact that it's whiskey, straight, not bad. Still preferring that Bailey's Irish Cream. That was pretty good. Okay, next up on the list, Malibu. Not my favorite at all, but I'm going to try it anyway. What did I say it was? 21%. What was the Captain? Is that 35? 35, I think. I don't know. I couldn't read it last time because it's gold. The letterings, you can barely read it. But I think it's 35. So that's whiskey, and this is liqueur. That's Malibu is liqueur because it's less than 25%. I haven't looked up the definitions. Don't quote me on that. Oh, check that out. Yeah, Kite Hill. You see that? Kite Hill Vineyards, Shawnee Wine Trail in Illinois, north of Paducah. Really neat place. Neat little drive going to the wineries and shit. We've done that a couple times. Hey, that's pretty good with a donut. That's not bad. Just shoot it down. It leaves an aftertaste though. There it is. There it comes. Don't like it. Okay. That kind of warmed my belly like brandy. What's this one? Lost Signal. See that? Lost Signal Brewing in Springfield, Missouri. Pretty neat place. Okay food, okay beer. I don't know. But if you get a chance to go to Springfield, go to that aquarium, Bass Pro Shop aquarium. I believe it's one of the, well, I can't say. I think it's the largest aquarium in North America. It's a walk-through deal. It's really neat. There's a lot to see there. You might as well block, I suppose, 4 hours to go through this aquarium. I've never been to anything like it. Kind of like walking through a zoo, except aquatic. They got all kinds of stuff. It's really neat. Really neat. I don't know who that guy is that owns Bass Pro Shop, but years and years ago, like, I don't know, might have been 82, 80, 80, 81, 82. We went on a trip with my cousin, I think, and some friends of the family. We all went to Dogwood Canyon. I don't remember who all was there, but that's a really, really neat place. The guy, I don't know if he owned it then. I don't think he did. I think he bought it just recently in the past 15, 20 years. But the guy that owns Bass Pro Shops now owns Dogwood Canyon. And people go there, people with money, go there to hand tie flies for trout fishing. And they'll like stay a week in the cabin with a guide, and they'll teach them how to tie up flies and go out and fish with their own stuff. We were there, and you would, I think they would just give you the cane pole. It was just a cane pole and a string, and we got some corn. There's several different fishing holes. And when you caught your fish, if you wanted to eat it, pay by the pound. It was a good gig, I guess. But we were just kids. But my dad saw this one. Boy, he was an angry-looking trout, swimming back and forth and back and forth. He had a lure hanging out of his mouth at that time. Dad's like, I'm going to catch that one. And he jacked with that fish until he grabbed a hold of that bait, and that son of a bitch went to this side of the pond, over to this side of the pond, over to this side of the pond. And I think every time he would go to the end, he would jump up in the air. And about the fourth time, he jumped up in the air, and that hook, that line broke, and he was swimming around then with 2 hooks in his mouth. But yeah, that was a hell of a deal. It was a good trip. But if you get a chance to go down to Dogwood Canyon, make that trip too. And if you don't want to stay at Dogwood Canyon, which there's very limited lodging there, very, very limited, like 4 people, 8 people, I don't know, 3 cabins, you can go to Big Cedar Lodge and stay there. That's pretty neat too. When Sherry and I went there, we stayed in a little cabin and then went up into the lodge and got on like the 4th floor. They've got these big balconies on each floor, and you look over Table Rock Lake. I think it's Table Rock. But yeah, pretty cool trip. That was years ago. Sherry and I went down there. Hey. Yeah, sorry. Not so much. Got to be the Baileys on this one. And I want to make a correction. I think it was last week, right? I was bitching about this being made in New York, and it's should be in Hawaii, but this is not Hawaii. This is not a Hawaiian liqueur. This is a Mexican liqueur. I didn't know. I'm not a connoisseur of liquor, but I do like the Kahlua, and we're gonna bring this back. Oh, let's see, this and this. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that, I don't know. I haven't decided. There should be a third selection. Maybe it'll be a non-alcoholic beverage for the third selection. I don't have any idea. But hey, let's bring back the old favorite. Shop drink. Okay, last bit of donut. Then I've got to go in and have dinner and call it a night. It's been a long day. Trying to follow some lady dragging her ass down the freaking cereal aisle. No more donuts, Chip. No more donuts, buddy. But thank you, Tammy, for the and Kim for the 2 handles. I don't want to seem like I don't appreciate it, because I do. I really do. But I'm glad to look at shit for free. Whatever. I don't care. If I'm here and I'm jacking around, it's just going to take me 5 minutes. It won't break my heart to go out there and lay down on the ground and tighten up an oil filter. But I'm glad I was able to save everybody some money and heartache. And appreciate y'all. Don't stay inside. Go out and do something.